Welcome to the Big T Energy Podcast. I'm Amandine, here with Nadia and Natalie. We're your hosts, and today we're spilling the tea on everything from the latest gossip to the biggest headline. So grab a drink, get comfy, and sit back, because this tea is hot.
Don't be obsessive, it could be intensive, it could be explosive, it could be offensive. Don't be defensive, don't be aggressive, it will be a waste because we could be expensive.
Welcome back to the Big T Energy Podcast. I'm Amandine.
I'm Nadia.
And I'm Natalie.
Okay, let's jump right in because I know that Nadia in particular is traumatized from last night's Handmaid Still episode. And because it happened late last night, we were all watching it. We also had some very differing opinions. We said, well, Nadia was like, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. And we decided to leave it for the podcast. So tell us how you really feel, Nadia. Oh, and it was episode
9. Yeah.
Episode 9, season 6. So spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler
Skip this if you haven't seen it yet.
It's June. My name is June.
It's nice to meet you, June. I just wanted to check if you're okay.
I'm fine, thank you.
You look pretty.
I wore it just for you.
You shouldn't wear anything for me. I love you. You're it. It's always been you.
Well, I want to say, first of all, Hulu.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Honestly, literally in every way, fuck you. I don't know. It's like, it was so disappointing just because the way, I mean, this has been going on. This is a series for many years. How many years? 5 years or something? And
It started at the first inauguration of Trump in 2016, January 2016.
way longer. Okay.
9 years.
Oh my
Exactly.
God.
So they've been, I'm a huge Nick fan, always been, right? And what they've been doing for the past few years, in my opinion, is they've been building up this character, Nick, in such a way that it's a love story kind of between him and June, right? Making fans believe and wanting that happy ending, or not even happy ending, but something, you know? And in my opinion, they kind of just dropped the bomb and said, fuck you all. This is what we're doing. We're not giving him the ending that he deserves, honestly. And he barely spoke in episode 9. And that to me was just like a slap in the face. Like it wasn't even Nick, honestly. That was not Nick in my opinion. And I'm pissed, I'm fuming.
I kind of get it.
Natalie.
No, so I have mixed feelings, right? So as Nadia said, like they kind of been building it up like, oh, this is a kind of like a love story between June and Nick. But at the same time, we know the series is not about a love story. It's about rebellion and taking back their power. But they kind of have been building it up like that. And they made Nick so mysterious and so like complex, very nuanced character. And I don't know, I have mixed feelings because I do think in this last episode, the 9th episode, it was a bit out of character for him to act this way. But then I think it just goes back to he cared so much about June. And he was, as he said like several times before, he was nobody, nothing before all of this. And then he all of a sudden got into a position where he kind of had power and he worked himself up and he got more and more power. And I think he fucking loved that. But he also loved June. But then in the episode before, June made it kind of clear, it kind of became clear from her side when the whole shit with Jezebel went down that she fucking hates him now. Well, not hates him, but she hates him for doing that. And I think he kind of saw it as, okay, June is never going to happen anymore. And then he just went full on Gilead, basically. But
Okay, I majorly disagree on many things. Firstly, I think that it wasn't Nick's character. It's just we didn't want to see it. I mean, like,
that's also possible.
And we had this chat in the group chat a few weeks ago, I think, because you were like, oh my God, Nick. And I was feeling already this shift of, you know what? He's always been a bad guy. And I know everyone is doing what they have to survive. And it's not black and white, etc. And at the beginning, we're all like, oh my God, the love story. And he does help out June. But as he does get more power, he does more fucked up things. And it's not June hating him or hating him for what he did to the Jezebel girls. It's him who made that choice in that moment, giving that information to his father-in-law. That was like, I'm choosing my wife. I'm choosing Gilead above June. And he made that choice. She didn't. And I think he's the one who closed that door at that time because he knew, and he could have made something up. And I think that showed us in that moment, that reminded us he's just like all the others. And sure, there was a love story and it was cute and shit, but he's all about the power.
Yeah.
I think I'm not offended about the end they gave him. I mean, I think it's sad, and it's also sad for Lawrence, but
I don't know. And I've also seen, because people are trying to find excuses for this and be like, oh no, but like, I'm sure they're gonna come out with like, oh, he's been a good guy all along. He's part of Mayday, whatnot. But I did see an interview with Elizabeth Moss, and she basically says that Lawrence walks into the airplane being a hero, and Nick walks in being a coward.
Yeah, that pissed me off. Like,
yes.
And I mean,
That's exactly it, isn't it?
I get why they're doing it. It's kind of like, hey guys, can't you see he was never a good guy? But I don't think he was agreeing with everything Gilead did.
No.
But he didn't care enough. He cared more about himself and having power.
Well,
basically.
and he just had a kid. I mean, you can kind of understand, okay, you need to make a choice. And his wife said in her hospital bed, and I thought she was being really harsh because before we had seen her as a kind of decent woman, right? And she was like, you need to, I can't remember the word.
End her.
End her. Like, whoa, okay, you need to end it. And so he goes in like being like, I don't think he was thinking I'm going to end her because he's asking like how she is, but I'm going to end this. And so her side.
I was still very pissed today, of course. And then I turned to my very good friend, ChatGPT, and we discussed this. And I want to say what they told me as well, because it just made me feel a lot better as well. But they said, what hurts the most is probably this. They didn't just kill a character. They killed the trust you had in the story they were telling throughout the 5 years. And after 5 seasons of watching Nick struggle, change, and fight, often silently, for what little good he could do in a brutal world, this felt like a betrayal, not just of him, but of us as viewers. Mm-hmm. So no, it's not just fan daydreaming. It's wanting a story that honors what he built. And right now it feels like that's being disregarded for shock value or rushed endings. And that's it. It's shock. And I feel like they were just rushing it, and it's fucking bullshit, honestly. But yeah, that's I don't know. It's like a betrayal. I'm putting so much into this, but like, because all the cast were like, have been hyping this up and being like, oh, the fans are going to get the ending they want. You're going to be satisfied and blah, blah, blah. And Nick had his best episode in 9. What? He barely was in 9. He said like 2 sentences, it's bullshit. And I feel like they just did it for shock value and probably to rush everything. And his character deserved more than that, I think. Definitely. So, and Lawrence, like, what the fuck, man? 2 main characters out. They could have taken Serena. I wouldn't give a shit. Lydia, even June, like, take her. She's done so much shit.
No, they could have let her die. I really thought she was gonna die, and I was like, shit.
That would have been great. Like, honestly, she deserved it for all the shit she's done.
You're mad because they broke that.
Yeah, the trust.
That hope. No, it's that hope that this one man was gonna be better. And it was like, nope, you're wrong.
Fuck you guys.
So we can't trust the masculine, and that's
and Lawrence too. Like you just started liking him. You saw the soft side of him, and
I think I don't know. I liked. I mean, obviously, I'm sad Lawrence died, but I think his ending was quite beautiful in a way because Lawrence wasn't a good guy to begin with. He helped create Gilead, but then it went completely out of control, and other men came in that were more greedy and more horrible people than he was.
But he never agreed with that thing. I mean, I know, I get what you mean. He was a horrible guy as well, but he was not like he was never one that was pretending, oh, it's all for piety and it's all for God. And and his wife, he was very tormented, conflicted from the start. I liked him from the start, which maybe is a bit
Same. I loved him from the start as well, because you could tell that, he basically helped create Gilead, but he did not have the same vision as the others did.
But yeah, I mean, that's that. The final episode next week, and I'm not looking forward to it, honestly, unless Lawrence and Nick miraculously jumped out of the plane in parachutes.
Oh yeah, they parachuted themselves. Lawrence was like, Nick, we gotta go.
Yeah, come on.
Anyway,
compared to the others, probably. But yeah.
What else is new?
Well, the only thing that I see currently on social media, and literally like every second post on TikTok, on Instagram, is P Diddy. Only.
That's true.
It's insane.
Yes. So his trial started 5th of May, but I mean, the actual stuff started later, right? Because they selected the juries and stuff. They've had some witnesses. Cassie's been on the stand.
Yeah, Cassie's mom has been on the stand.
That was yesterday, right? Cassie's mom.
Yeah, so they're in their second week of witnesses this week. And they've already had, like you said, Cassie's mom. They've had 2 escorts / dancers / prostitutes, whatever you want to call them. Who else have they had? Cassie's former best friend, an ex-assistant of P Diddy. I mean, the list is long and it's going to continue as well. But yeah, I've been following it a little bit, and it's just, it's a lot. I'm not really sure where this is going to land, but I'm hoping it's going to land in him going to jail at least for a long time. But whether he's going to go on some of the charges, I doubt it, to be honest.
Well, if he doesn't end up in jail, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the world, like, honestly.
No, he will. But if it's just for, what's it called, abuse and prostitution, or engaging in prostitution, then he's not going to get that many years. But it's the racketeering, what they call it, racketeering conspiracy.
Trafficking.
Yeah, if he gets charged on that, he's going away for his whole life, basically. Well, that's what they say online. It's going to be shorter than that, but let's see. They're building it up now, so I think we have a lot more to come, of course.
Yeah, let's not underestimate a man with a lot of power like him as well. Yes. It's scary, the things they can do that benefit them or help them. But I haven't been following it. Well, yeah, I have, because there's so much online about it right now. But there's so much, it's so heavy. I need to protect my own sanity a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm literally on TikTok, Instagram, I'm on Reddit. I've already read, Kim Porter, his ex-girlfriend, who he has, 3 or 4 children with. I read her book, but it's not really her book. I don't believe it, but someone wrote
I wrote it.
Yeah, so I've read that one on Reddit, everything.
Wait, you read this week on Reddit?
Yeah.
Send me the link.
He's been keeping busy.
I wanted to read it whenever I heard about it, because it does sound interesting. Allegedly, she left a bunch of journals or tapes or something to this guy, and Diddy really tried to squash it, but it still came out. Yeah,
so the thing is, I wouldn't trust 100%. I don't think these are her exact words. I do believe that whoever got their hands on some of her journals, like you said, a diary or something, but every page of that book is not her. But when you read it, you see, okay, what this person is writing here is exactly the accusations that people are coming out now saying is what happened, So there must be some truth to it. And whoever wrote it had a lot of information on what's going on. And I 100% believe that she was just in a position like Cassie, being, abused, coerced, and all of that, and wanted an end to it, basically, maybe. I don't know.
And how did she die? Is it a bit of a mystery and a weird thing?
Wasn't what's it called?
A phenomenon. Yeah, that one. I don't know how you call it.
Like,
The flu. Yeah.
it
Pneumonia?
reminded me of Brittany Murphy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this,
right?
yeah, but it's apparently it's very easy to just order this online, this bacteria, whatever, and you put it in someone's drink or however you do it, and like that, people are dying from it. That's what I.
Pneumonia.
Yeah, that's what I read. Because I got into the what's her name, Murphy, the Brittany Murphy,
Yeah.
and that's when I went deep as well into Reddit, and they said that it's possible to order these kind of things online to
Yes, on the dark web.
Yeah, you can order pretty much
I
anything you want.
I didn't know it was that easy.
Yeah.
I heard about this because in one episode of Roommate from Hell, there's a woman
Oh yeah.
who orders a bacteria, like this deadly bacteria online, and she like rubs it in her scar tissue. She just had like back surgery, and basically she's contacted by an FBI agent, and that's how she found out that her friend of I don't know how many years and roommates was trying to kill her. How mental is that?
I remember.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
But Nadia, you are the one most up to date with the P Diddy. What obviously we all know about about Cassie. We know about the parties. We know there are lots of celebrities involved. What do we need to know?
Well, first of all, let me see, because I wrote this down. He's facing 5 criminal counts right now: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and there are also 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. So those are the charges that he's facing right now. And then he also have a bunch, like hundreds of civil lawsuits from girls, mainly, also guys, of rape and assault. And Cassie already settled her lawsuit last year, of course. This is not really about her lawsuit anymore, but about the whole picture, right?
She's just a witness in this. She's not the.
Yeah, she's not the. Yeah.
I've seen some celebrity names pop up, like what's his name?
We have Usher was mentioned.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan has been mentioned.
He was mentioned, and also what's his name? Cassie was dating him. Who got his car blown up?
Yeah, and
Kid Cudi.
Yeah, Kid Cudi. Yeah,
I need to.
And Kid Cudi, allegedly, he will also take the stand to as a witness.
Yeah, but what we've seen so far about what she said on the stand, right? It's really fucked up, isn't it? And pretty graphic. And I've been mostly talking about the freak-offs and how they would happen, and how that he was obsessed with the baby oil thing, and hire some escorts to basically have sex with her for days. And the defense attorneys are trying to show that she was a willing participant because of the text that they had. And people really obviously, well, I must say there's a lot of support for her I've seen online, but also people that are still like, sounds like a willing participant to me. You went on your BBB, like, which they obviously don't understand the whole thing with an abusive relationship and how he had full control over her life, finances, work, like place to live.
This is where it gets, with these kind of cases, it gets a little bit tricky. I don't know how to say it in a good way, but obviously she was dating him for like 10, 11 years, something. And they had 2 of the escorts on the witness stand. And they also said that she was a willing participant, that she at no point really said no or whatever, so that doesn't really help the case per se. And of course, I do believe that she loved him, and she has come out and said that as well, and that she was trying to do whatever it took to make him happy because she wanted to be with him, right? And once you get into that, it gets messy, right? So of course, I do believe that she was a willing participant. Maybe in the beginning, she liked to do these freaky things with him, but then when things get like to the point where he's abusive and telling her what to do and not what to do, because he was literally threatening her as well. Like, if you don't do this, you don't do that, I'm going to release these videos of you or the freak offs or whatever, you know? So then it becomes complicated, right?
And her mum paid him 20K
Yeah.
because he threatened to release this sex tape of her. Like, he needs the money. This is such a power fucking trip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had to take a loan with her partner, the mom, to pay for that, to protect her daughter.
The 20K, from what I've read, was for because he contacted the mother saying that you need to pay me 20K because of the money that I put into Cassie, because they had a album contract, right, or a contract for X amount of albums, 10 albums or something like that never happened. One album, I think, or one song she got. And he claims that he put a lot of money into her career and got nothing back. So asking Cassie's parents, then you need to pay me the 20K, otherwise blah blah, you know. But he sent it money back, so the money got sent back to them. But still, it's just like what you said, the power trip, and like, I have the power here, and if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna release XYZ, you know.
Yeah, I also think it's extremely hard for people that have never been in an abusive relationship to actually understand how it changes you and how it makes you react, how it makes you behave, the dynamics of it. And because that's what people always say, right? But why did she stay? But why did she allow him to do that? Everyone knows it's wrong to rape, it's wrong to hit, it's wrong. But if you haven't been in that situation, I don't really think you should speak on it, to be honest. You should, like...
But not even then. Like, in my mind, if you're somewhat of a sane person, and I understand that for men, this maybe makes no sense. Like, the moment he showed signs of aggression or whatever, you leave. Yeah, but, I mean, it's not always that easy. You're in love with someone, they shower you with love and gifts or whatever, and you really are in love with that person, and they do something that maybe you don't agree with, whatever it might not have been you know, that he hit her or something at that point, but it might have been something else, and then you just keep on staying, you know, you keep on coming back. And a lot of people don't understand this, and men in general, they, you know, blame the victim, blame Cassie in this sense. And there's no point in arguing with them, in my opinion, because they just
and it's gradual, right? It's never like, oh, our first day I'm beating you up. It's very gradual, like you said, and by that time when it starts getting more controlling, etc., it's complicated. She said she recorded hundreds of songs that were never released, so she's contracted by this man. She knows that she will have no career. Also, you've seen the documentary, which we discussed in episode 1. You know that he's ruined many people's lives, many people's careers. So he has a lot of power. And so it's all these, I think it's a classic, like Stockholm syndrome that she has, where she's got this thing for her abuser. And it started with genuine love as well. Like, she really wanted to be with him originally.
Yeah.
And she said she didn't know he had 1 million girlfriends. And it's I also believe.
It's also what all abusers do, basically. They just start with being the absolute best fucking boyfriend ever. They treat you like a fucking queen. And then gradually it starts to get worse and worse and worse. But then they will still have these moments where they go back to the person that you first fell in love with. So they let you know, like, okay, this person exists, but only if you behave the way I want you to behave, only if you do the things I want you to do, only if you let me control and manipulate you, basically. Yeah. So it's like this push and pull thing constantly, and it rewires your brain, makes you act completely different and think completely differently. And you can get so stuck in that, and it can take you years and years and years until you fully understand and realize, like, what actually happened.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even with and we will hear it now as well with all the witnesses are coming up now. I mean, he did it with everyone, basically, right? Even with the escorts that he hired. If they didn't ejaculate, if they didn't come during one of these freak-offs, they weren't paid, for example. So again, it's like a power thing, you know, like, I set the rules, I'm the one in power, you do as I say. If you don't do this, you're not getting paid. it's like, and he did this with everyone around him, right? Like paid them nothing or paid them very little if they didn't do this or that, you know?
Such
It's
a
sick.
disgusting and horrible man.
Yeah.
I hope he gets the punishment he deserves, which is basically fucking life. And I hope he rots and hates the rest of his life. And I don't know, it's so, And the horrible thing as well is that we know there's so many more people like him that have even way more power than him, have even way more money than him, and we don't even know who they are because they stay in the shadows. So
I was gonna say that as well. Like P Diddy, I mean, there's so many of him.
yeah.
And we see that it takes years and years for someone to come out and say, hey, this is what he did to me. So we know this is not the last time this is going to happen. And it's disgusting that this is happening. And a lot of people knew about this obviously as well. Nobody did shit, you know, and I understand that it's, again, a power thing that if they come out and say something, he's going to destroy them or their career or their life or whatever. But still, this man was allowed to continue destroying other people's lives for the rest of their lives by doing this, and not for a decade, probably like 2 decades, 3 decades, as long as he was able to do business, I think.
Yeah.
But hopefully now that there's a whole trial around it, more people will. I mean, we still haven't seen everyone, right? I think more people have come out of the woodworks, but of course not everyone will do it because of the potential retaliation.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I also understand. And at the same time, I think they'll all face at one point in their life, like, should I do the right thing or should I keep protecting myself?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it's like one of the witnesses, God, what's her name? Because he had a band, right? With, or he created a band. Danity Kane, can that be her name? I'm not sure if that's the band. Anyway, so he had a show, right, where he created a band with,
oh, yes.
yeah. So one of the members, she took the witness stand. Only one of them, though.
Is she
But
the one in the documentary?
A black woman. I don't think so. I don't think I've seen her. God, what's her name? I think the name of the band was Danity Kane, or that's the name of the woman. Either way, there were like a few ladies in that band, and she took the witness stand, I think yesterday, I think. And she said as well that, you know, like, of course, this is the last thing I want to do. Nobody wants to be on the stand in a trial, but I need to do the right thing. And if I have information to give to be able to put this man away, to do the right thing, that's what I'm going to do. And it's really brave of her because she knows that this might just fuck up everything for her, but she wants to do the right thing. And it's a shame that we won't see J-Lo do this. We won't see Justin Bieber do this. I mean, the list is fucking long.
The list goes on. There's so many celebrities that I'm sure were either a part of it or just knew about it.
Witnessed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Or had things done to them.
Exactly. I'm sure there's so many celebrities as well that were victims of it. Or they, I don't know, but all these old interviews you see as well about celebrities like hyping up his parties and like kind of saying like it's a flex to go there. Mm-hmm. It didn't age well, did it?
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. This rapper dude, Meek. It's
Meek Mill.
Yeah, is that Nicki Minaj's ex? He just tweeted something about it, saying the only thing I ever noticed at those parties was the coke vibe, and obviously something like I didn't take part. Yeah, right. And people are saying like you said something but you didn't say anything, kind of thing. He's like it sounds like he's defending him, but be like, oh, that's all I've seen, or he's defending himself, like, don't go accusing me of stuff because I was at these parties. This is all I've seen and I haven't done anything. It's just weird.
I'm sure a lot of people are fucking scared because maybe they actually didn't do anything and maybe they actually didn't witness the super fucked up stuff. But I'm sure that just in general, these parties got pretty fucking wild. I mean, they have been saying that themselves, that these parties have been wild. And I mean, yeah, he has a fucking massive bed. How big is that bed? Already that. I can imagine what's going on in that bed during the party. I've seen a woman on the table that was wrapped in some kind of, I don't know, what's it called when you put like a vacuum and you pull out all the air?
Like a balloon
thingy, and then they pull out all the air. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's not normal party things.
Wait, she couldn't breathe in there?
I'm guessing they just did it for fun for just a quick minute, and then it stopped. Like they
Oh my God.
pulled her out because otherwise she would die.
There's also a picture, and I can't remember who was on the picture, but there was big name celebrities on that picture with a woman lying on the table with food on her naked body, and the celebrities are just eating it. Already there, I don't care what year it was, that to me would be like, this is fucking degrading. I'm not gonna do this. Like, it's insane. But everyone was like, Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, everyone, Will Smith, everyone was there. Doesn't mean that they're, they saw something they probably did, but did something, we don't know. But
yeah, but Hollywood is weird. I think this is the least weird shit that you would probably see in Hollywood. I'm talking about the woman, the sushi on the woman. I think these celebrity parties as well, because I don't think P Diddy is dumb. Although they might have been wild, I think they were very separate. This is only my speculation. They were very separate from his like freak-offs.
Oh, yes.
Because there's one thing, so he probably hired escorts and dancers and whatever, and then probably was like to certain guests, like, oh, hey, look, I have this woman and stuff, but not like as a whole kind of group thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's right, but I feel like it was also good for him, for these celebrities to be seen at his parties. And I mean, who knows? Maybe he felt so fucking powerful that he didn't worry about someone being like, this is weird and telling on him. But I feel like he would have kept the worst stuff like more.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, I guess, as we already said, a lot of the reasons for a lot of celebrities not speaking up about it or whatever is because he's sitting on some type of information on them. I'm sure they have maybe done some, not maybe been part of the freak-offs, but done some questionable things on these parties. And I'm sure he has videos of all of it. And information outside of the parties and freak-offs and everything as well. I just get so disgusted though. They're treating these women like they're just
not only women,
disposable.
Like P Diddy, from what I've read, he only paid male escorts, never women. But it's like what Amandine said, like the Hollywood elite. I mean, money does weird shit to people, and if you have money, you have power, and power also, like, a lot of people do weird shit, like P Diddy, like he was sitting in the corner fucking jerking off with a hijab on him during the freak-offs. I mean, you're a fucking freak to do that, but obviously he's a fucking freak. But I mean, he had power, he had money, so so
why not?
Yeah.
This also just makes me think, like, because obviously, as we already said as well, there's so many more of these type of people and men out there. And I'm just thinking, like, I don't know, imagine being like fucking 18 years old or something, and you happen to run into someone like this, and maybe they're a celebrity and they invite you to a party, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna meet all these celebrities. And then you end up in a freak-off.
But
don't trust
Cassie, I guess.
Yeah, don't trust anyone, not even fucking celebrities. No one.
I mean, I'm not 18, and if Pedro Pascal invites me to a party, I'm going.
But he's different, okay?
Yeah, but
he's different.
He is different, and I'm starting to wonder if he's not too perfect, and really he's like...
I mean, he must have some faults, right?
Well,
like,
yes.
I don't think it's legal to be this perfect.
Oh my God.
Can I just say as well that the press photos of him and Austin and Emma and Joaquin,
that outfit,
He was hot.
was making me feral. Like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
we're talking about Pedro Pascal at the Festival de Cannes. It's not his first night. It's the day outing with the cast of his new film that I don't remember the name of. And he's wearing this sleeveless top, and literally his biceps broke the internet. Everybody's talking about it. And I understand why. And I have a scoop for you two. I have found... No, it's sadly it's not about Pedro. I mean, it's directly about Pedro, but I have found the one person on this planet who doesn't think Pedro Pascal is all that.
Is it a man?
No, it's a woman.
It's a woman?
Yes. And so do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a friend of mine.
I already don't like her. Okay.
And basically the other night I was at, we ended up at her place, like having some drinks with two of her friends, and we're just talking about everything. And somehow I definitely brought up Pedro Pascal. And she was like, yeah, I don't get it. And I'm like,
What's not to get?
yeah, exactly. Like, she's like, I don't get it. I don't get the hype. I think he's totally overrated. Like, he's not ugly or anything, but meh kind of thing. And we had this very passionate, I wouldn't say argument, but very passionate discussion about it. With me, it was another French woman who was like explaining it as well. I mean, everybody agreed except for her. We were all like explaining, but it's not just about the looks. Have you heard him talk? And he said this and he said that and he does this and he does that. And yeah, she was like, meh. However, I've been sending her some memes about Pedro Pascal, and she just messaged me today being like, I think I'm starting to get it.
Exactly. I was going to
Recruiting,
say
guys.
the only reason why someone wouldn't like Pedro, number one, if you're a man and if you feel threatened by his awesomeness.
Yes.
Two, if you're a woman or a man and you just don't, you're not that into, you haven't seen all the videos of him, interviews with him. I mean, that makes sense, because when I saw him in Game of Thrones, I liked him from the beginning, but I hadn't seen any interviews of him.
Me
And
neither.
didn't know how kind of a heart he has and so warm and all of that. I hadn't seen it, but now when you've seen it, you're like, okay, yeah, he's it, that's it. Nobody else.
He is it.
And I've been thinking, not just with Pedro Pascal, but I'm thinking, do I have daddy issues? Because
Everybody
going
has
back
daddy
to the Handmaid's
Obviously, you
Tale,
have daddy issues, dude. I don't need the Pedro Pascal thing to know that you have daddy
going
issues.
back
You have
to the
daddy
Handmaid's
issues.
Tale,
I have daddy issues.
Lawrence, Bradley Whitford, he's kind of hottie.
Oh my God, he's so hot in real life
Yeah.
and in The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
He's such a good guy.
I've been watching some of his interviews, and he's a good guy.
Love him so
Yeah.
much.
He's a silver fox.
And he's definitely a zaddy.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a daddy
65. He's a little bit older. They just keep getting older and older.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's a hottie. But
I don't
yeah,
think
I
that
need-
has anything, honestly, to do with daddy issues per se. I mean,
it's just they're great people.
Yeah.
And they just happen to be older.
yeah, because that's wisdom to me as well. You're not gonna find an 18-year-old, 20-year-old who is at the level as Pedro or Lawrence. I don't know his real name. Bradley.
No, that is true. And for Pedro Pascal, and also a little bit with Lawrence with his protective side, the thing is the character that they play, like Pedro Pascal, Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, The Last of Us, it's this kind of perfect dad thing that we are all, doesn't matter how you grew up or whatever, we're all longing, I think. And so we're projecting, and it happens that in real life, this man is also fucking wonderful. But I do think there's something there. I mean, in my case anyway, I can't speak for you lovelies, but I already knew you had daddy issues.
Everyone has daddy issues.
Exactly.
Everyone
Or
has.
mommy issues, it turns out.
Yeah, usually daddy issues because, again, men.
Yeah, I mean, It is. I've been watching the masterclass of RuPaul. Oh, I think I finished it. It's about self-expression and authenticity. And he tells this story about his dad and how he used to sit on the steps of the house waiting for his dad to come pick him up at the weekend. And he never came. And it broke my fucking heart. And he's like, yeah, so I've got daddy issues. This is my trauma. And, you know, he's done so much work and growth, etc. And makes me who I am, etc. But it's just like such a common story, isn't it? And it doesn't have to be the physical absence. Often it's emotional absence.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal is really setting the bar high for the men out there in the world, because I mean, women have always wanted this, but now when we see a man actually being that, it's like, okay, they do exist. They're just either not attainable, like we cannot, like, obviously not all of us can have Pedro Pascal, or they're just in hiding somewhere in a small shitty town, I don't fucking know where, but
And they're already married.
yeah, and they're married. Of course, they're already married, because who doesn't want a man like that? So, but yeah, they're really setting the bar high. I am definitely not gonna settle for anything less. Oh well.
Well, he went from P Diddy, the most horrible man on earth right now, to the most wonderful man, Pedro.
Yes. You know, when we were talking about Nick from Handmaid's Tale earlier, I was just, for a second, I got scared that something really, that's, when we were talking about Nick from Handmaid's Tale earlier, I had this fear that this character arc is going to happen to Pedro Pascal, and really we're going to find out that he's just a douche.
Oh my god! What?
Oh, in Last of Us, you mean?
No, in real life.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in The Last of Us,
But
you know, it's complicated, isn't it?
I mean, to be honest, we don't know these people, right? So we don't know Pedro on a personal level, but from what everyone is saying about him, all his co-stars, his friends, his colleagues, whatever, it's only good things, right? So I'm still waiting for the day that something, I mean, no one's perfect, right? Doesn't mean he's a fucking douche or whatever, but bottom line, we don't know him, so I don't know. He's probably a little freak himself as well in the bedroom.
I bet he's a little freak.
Everyone can have their kinks.
He says he's into submission.
Yeah.
I wonder which way. He's the submissive one, or he likes when other. I think so too.
And he's also said he's a slut.
Of course.
Yeah.
He looks like a little slut.
Yeah. How could he not be? Have you seen that face?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think it's time for the douche of the week.
Douche of the week. Douche of the week.
Yes. Who wants to go first?
Yeah. Who wants to do us the honors?
You go, Amandine. You started the episode.
I mean, I haven't given this a lot of thought, and I do have to be transparent. I want to start preparing more for this shit. But I think it's an obvious one this week, and it's gonna be Nick from Handmaid's Tale.
Dare you?
I thought you were gonna say P Diddy.
How the audacity.
I'm joking. I mean, no, you know what? I'm gonna pick P Diddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the obvious choice, right?
Yeah.
Again, like, it's not just that he's douche of the week, and he's even more than a douche. He's worse than that, but like, it's just very fitting in it. I'm gonna say the same.
Yeah, same. I honestly, and I didn't prepare when you said
Same.
for the week. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about this. But yeah, P Diddy, obvious. Queen.
Queen of the week. Queen of the week. Queen of the week.
Pedro Pascal.
I knew it.
I just can't, like,
Yeah.
his arms alone, like, win Queen.
Yeah, the little sexy cut. I'm gonna go for no reason whatsoever other than him being extremely hot, and he has the best fucking eye contact out of anyone. Austin Butler.
He's so hot.
Our little Elvis.
My God. You need to watch interviews with him, and everyone says it. His eye contact is insane. Like the way he just looks into, I would just melt into a puddle, I think, if he would look at me. So, Austin.
I have a question about Austin, but you go first, Natalie.
Okay, I have two queens, maybe. One, just because she's an amazing person and she's been doing quite a lot lately. She constantly speaks up about the genocide in Gaza, and she constantly speaks up about for LGBTQ and have been raising money for that as well. Nicola Coughlan, just because she's just amazing, and
I do love her.
and I love her so much. I want to be her friend. I think we would be great friends, to be honest. But
And they just released a new trailer for Bridgerton. Right?
oh my
I
god.
haven't watched it because I don't like spoilers.
Oh yeah, and she's part of the perfect titty community as well. She said it herself, I'm pretty sure. But she is. She has great tits.
Oh, lucky her.
The other queen, I'm just gonna go Cassie, to be honest. Just because, yeah, like the amount of courage you need to go on a stand and speak about these things is just,
And 9 months pregnant, 8.5 months pregnant.
yeah,
Shit.
that as well. So
Yes.
Nicola Coughlan and Cassie.
And I'm so sorry, I forgot about that. And I would like Pedro to share his crown with Cassie for me too.
But you had a question about Austin. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm sure you've seen this. Everyone's seen that video where he's standing outside an award show or something like that. And Vanessa Hudson, his ex, walks past and pretends like to be on her phone. And he looks at her like, oh, wow, okay. So I want to know, I did see that and think, wow, he must have really like broken her heart and she can't even bear facing him. What do you think?
Well, I have a lot of opinions about this relationship. And last week, remember, we were talking about my list because I have a list of hot guys for some
You
reason.
added Austin.
Austin Butler used to be on that list. I'm going to put him back now, but I removed him a few months ago only because of the relationship with him and Vanessa. Because when they broke up, which was it last year or something, 2 years
It
ago?
was before because
Yeah.
it was between the filming of Elvis, as I remember it, and the film coming out because basically she got him there and supported him through it. And it was this whole thing. And then he's all like, yeah.
So I removed him from my list then, pity. But like, because I read a lot about him at that point where he maybe not treated her the best throughout this, because they were together for a long time, 8-10 years, something like that, if not more. And it was always a little bit like hush hush, not hush hush, but a lot of the pictures you've seen of them, not on the red carpet, but he was trying to like hide away a little bit, or I've seen a picture like that. And also, if you together for 8-10 years, she had no ring on her finger, nothing, I'm not saying that's the next goal, but they break up and he immediately goes with someone else. And I think they were engaged right now. He's single, ladies, but then at least he was with Kaya Gerber?
Yeah. Cindy Crawford's daughter, right?
I get these vibes from Austin Butler that he's very peculiar with his women. Like he goes for one specific kind of woman and they have to be like, I don't know, I just feel like he's one of those guys that would never go for someone that might be slightly overweight or that it's not like stunningly beautiful.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think that particular video from the red carpet, because obviously they know each other so well, they had such a long relationship, it probably didn't end the best way. And to see him and to know that you have to walk past him, I would feel extremely uncomfortable for both of them. So yeah. But
Yeah, I agree. And I get the vibe that it's one of those guys that got super famous because, yeah, sure, we knew a bit of him, but not really. But they talked about him so much with the Elvis thing and he knew he was going to blow up and he's like, bye.
I actually knew him way before. I never watched that series. I tried to watch a few episodes of it, but it never really clicked for me. But you know, there was like a spin-off series to Sex and the City, which was Carrie when she was a teenager, and he's in that.
Yes.
So I know him from that.
Me too.
Yeah,
but
and
I got a crush on
him. Yeah, I got a crush on him already then, because then I was myself quite young. So it's like, oh, he's cute.
I mean, he is very handsome.
He is.
Handsome.
And he's tall.
Yeah. There's
Barry.
Oh God. I'll send you a video of him, but he's also from Cannes, and he's walking and he's having, I don't know what you call these pants, but the little high-waisted pants, suit pants. It's a nice video. I'm not gonna say too much, but when he's walking,
You need to send it to me so I can put it in the show notes.
Welcome. It might be a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, I'll send it to you, and then you can be the judge.
I think you're underestimating our listeners now.
Yeah, true. It's like when guys wear gray sweatpants, it's that kind of vibe, you know?
Sia wants to say something.
Yeah, if anyone hears a cat in the background, it's just Sia. Yeah. She wanted to join the podcast.
Yeah, we didn't hear her meow though, but I saw her and it was so cute. She's so pretty. Look at her. Oh my God. Oh, she gives you kisses.
Sometimes she meows, but it's a very short, like meow, and like more like I'm annoyed at you or something.
I love her.
She's such a cutie. I think she constantly comes and puts her mouth on my lips because I think she's just imitating me giving her kisses. So she does the same thing back, and it's so cute.
Yes.
Lots of hair in my mouth now.
Yeah.
Or in my nose.
Well,
okay. Let's wrap this up, guys. We're
wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Thank you for listening. We will see you in the next episode of the Big T Energy. Love you. Bye.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Oh, and if you have any topics that you'd like us to know about or look into or discuss, do pop them in the poll box
comments
below. Can you hear the geese?
No.
Also want to be unpaid actors on the podcast. All right. Love you. Bye.
And leave us comments on our videos, TikTok, Instagram.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Pray God you can go. I stand outside this woman's work. This woman's work.
I don't know. It still pisses me off how they did it, honestly. Like, they hyped it up so much for nothing. Didn't you think the fighting scene after she was hung, I thought it was a little bit lame. Like, they could have done way more than that. Don't you think? It was a bit like, it wasn't like full force, I'm gonna fucking cut your head off. Not like that. I expected that.
Same.
Now that you mention it, I mean, I thought, obviously at that point we didn't know Aunt Eva was like a CIA fucking double agent.
I remember thinking when she shot that dude, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, whoa, nice,
Yeah.
Aunt Eva. But other than that, I like the build up to it. It made me think, made me feel very Walking Dead.
Finally, Luke actually went and did something. And also, I didn't notice this, but I've seen people talking about it. But they said Janine and Aunt Lydia were pulled away by someone.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask, Aunt Lydia wasn't hung yet? Because with June, when Aunt Lydia, they made her do she was talking to God and then shouted, did they hung her then?
No,
because June, she did her thing and they just hung her up.
They just put the thing around her neck, but they didn't hang her.
So she's not dead, okay.
Oh, also, this is off topic from the last episode, but you guys remember Emily?
Yeah,
remember how
they just wrote her off.
Yeah,
completely.
But I know it's because she couldn't continue filming or something, but they just basically said, oh, she went back to Gilead, and then we never heard of her again. Never.
But that's what I'm saying, that this season, it's rushed, they're letting
Yeah.
fans down by the way they're rushing and just not finishing stories. Like, you cannot
Yeah.
build up of more than 8 years and just drop it. And
Yeah.
also in the plane scene with June coming with Lawrence, the way she hid behind the car, I'm like, bitch, we can see you.
Oh, I thought
Like-
about that as well.
Like,
Oh yeah, me
we
too.
can literally see you. You're not that far away. There's no way that the people that came out of the car and Nick couldn't see her fat ass behind the car. Like, what the fuck?
And also,
man?
I was thinking, like, they just killed a shit ton of commanders and attacked them, and they have no security, no
security
guards around.
Main thing. I was thinking that when they just arrived, I was like, this is a joke, right? Or they're on the American side or something because there's nobody. Like,
Yeah, and she's just gonna
Hello?
drive back on her own now. Like,
Yeah. Like,
yeah, what the fuck? Like,
peeking
why
behind the car.
it?
Like,
You're right. I
bitch.
did think that. I was like, this is fucking weird.
yeah,
It is a bit lazy.
It's
It's
very,
very
lazy.
lazy. Like, what the fuck, people? It's been years already. You can't do this. Like, people are fucking pissed, man. I'm pissed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. It's like Nick just broke up with you or something.
Yeah, literally.
And also-
Nick, not Max, Nick.
also with Emily.
Oh, it's HBO Max again now.
yeah.
Did you read about it?
Oh shit, is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's not Max anymore. It's HBO Max.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also with Emily, I feel like even if she couldn't continue filming anymore, them saying she went back to Gilead, I always assumed that we would meet her along the way, either dead or killing everyone. I just wish they could give us some fucking closure. Like, what happened to her?
We
Did
have
she
one more
die?
episode, and unless the last episode is like 5 hours long, and
It's
not,
54 minutes.
yeah, fuck off, people.
Yeah.
Like, this is
I was hoping for 1.5, 2 hours, but no.
When did she go back to Gilead? I don't remember.
Who, Emily?
Yeah.
Was it last season or this season?
Must have been last season because I think the actress
Yeah.
wasn't contracted this season.
I think it could be last season. She just disappeared and she went back to Gilead.
But how do
And
we
that's the last thing you heard.
how do we know she went back to Gilead?
They said it.
Her girlfriend or wife said it. She just left her fucking son and wife.
I remember.
It was after they had killed Fred Waterford. That's when she went back to Gilead because she wanted to.
kill more people.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like even if she couldn't continue filming, they easily could have given us closure by either letting us know, okay, she was put on the wall or whatever. Like she could have a stunt
Yeah,
double or whatever
true.
too. Ugh, it's so annoying.
It's true that but I mean maybe they'll attend that pothole in the last episode. But
maybe.
I don't think so.
there's so many series like that. It really frustrates me when there's this random storyline still in the air and they don't
Yeah.
close it.
I don't know why they've been saying that, oh, everyone is going to be pleased with the ending, because I already know people are not going to be pleased, because I know pretty much how it's going to end, because I know who is in the spin-off. So I know
Yeah.
people are not going to be happy. So I don't know why they say that, because people are literally not
it
going to be
just
happy.
creates a space for people to have hope, and now people are pissed. They're saying they're gonna cancel their subscription to Hulu and shit. Rightfully so.
Who's in the spin-off?
Do you really want me to say?
No, because then I know they're alive. Don't tell me that.
Then
Well, some people hate
you'll
them.
know.
Tell me if June's in the spin-off, it's not a fucking spin-off.
I don't think June is, to be honest.
Because that wouldn't be a spin-off is usually about another character, right?
Yeah, it's
other
about different characters, but you don't want to know who those characters are, because it's going to ruin this a little
don't
bit.
don't tell me.
Yeah.
And also, like, there's been no mentioning of Hannah in the last episodes either.
Yeah, she did mention it, Janine. She said, I'm staying because Charlotte is still here.
Hannah.
Like Hannah, she said that.
Ah.
But I mean, they've been busy, but all they're doing is for Hannah anyway. Like, I'm like, just move on.
Yeah.
Screw the kid. Just live your life.
Also, you want to know another pothole, or maybe I wasn't paying attention and I missed it. You know, Janine had a son, right? And
Yeah.
June found out looking in the photo albums of America that she recognized him and he was dead.
Yeah.
But she never told Janine because she didn't want to break her heart. How does Janine know? Why is she just talking about Charlotte and not her son? She never really spoke about it.
I looked into this because I noticed that as well. So I Googled it and I can't remember exactly now, but I think he died. He's not alive anymore. He died before or during when shit went down.
Yeah, but it was implied that she didn't know.
Yeah, because June didn't want to tell her. I don't know.
I don't want to tell her.
Yeah. It's there's so many question marks, and again, laziness, really. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I kind of want to watch it again, but I've just seen it from season 1.
And I saw an interview with, what's her name, Moss. So June, what's her first name? Moss? Elizabeth. That she wanted to direct the last 2 episodes. And girl, you did us dirty, because that's not it. That's not it.